You know, a part of me was afraid that I might have, not regret, but I don't know. I really love the FK8. Alright, we are at Superior Auto Shine. They do a whole bunch of services. This is where they did my FK8, and I really liked the work they did, so we're back here with the FL5. Highly recommend these guys. They are in Lakewood, Tacoma area. It's pretty good. On the way home, check out the sweet Porsche. Feels good to be back in the Type R. I haven't been able to really drive it, so it's good to like drive it again. It feels good to have the windows tinted. It feels much cooler in here, especially today where it's 73 roughly degrees out. It's getting kind of hot here in Washington, but it's nice. They do great work. Right now you can't even tell that the thing is PPF'd. They did really good on this car. But now I feel a lot more confident just driving this more often, knowing that, you know, it's got protection. I am getting the Rock Guards also, so for some added protection, and that's coming in the mail this week. But yeah, this is great. I did get 20% tint all around, except for the windshield. I left that completely clear, primarily just for photography reasons, so we can see these bright red seats whenever I'm doing front head-on shots. So yeah, highly recommend them. Again, Superior Auto Shine. They do great stuff. I am out here running an errand for my wife. However, I'm parked up in this spot. This is kind of the lighting in which the championship white FL5 can pop. I mean, when those fenders are catching the light, man, they really pop. It's probably my favorite angle where you can really see how wide the fenders are. I didn't realize this, but apparently this car is dang near 4 inches wider than the regular Civic. But man, when you look from straight behind this fat booty, yeah, you can definitely tell. You know, a part of me was afraid that I might have, not regret, but I don't know. I really love the FK8, but having the FL5 and driving it, man, no regrets. This thing looks so clean. Alright, now that I have the FL5 behind me, time to get ready to start doing the first things to the car. Now I always think that the first things that I want to do are things that are going to contribute to the longevity of the car, the quality of the car, essentially the value of the car as well. So in this case, we're going to be working on protecting the exterior. Now I already have PPF on the full front end, which is going to include the hood, the fenders, the front bumper, the headlights, and the mirror caps. It is pretty expensive to get that done. You could do it yourself. I know they make pre-cut PPF online that you can order as well, which I've done on my wife's CRV in the past. But I did want to get it done professionally, and it turned out great. I feel so much more confident driving and knowing that I'm not going to just pit up the full front end. But if you're in the local area, I recommend going to Superior Auto Shine in Tacoma. They also wash your car in addition to doing the PPF. I got the car back better than when I left it there. So, but outside of that, one of the things we're going to do is install the Mugen Door Cup protectors. I've always wanted these. I never got this done on the FK8, and also I already had the clear film underneath. But I've always seen these, and at first I didn't like them, but they've started to grow on me. My wife doesn't like them, but we'll see. We'll get them on the car and see how she reacts. I ordered a bunch of stuff from King Motorsports. I got these from King Motorsports, as well as other Mugen protection pieces like this, but this is for another day. Now these are the size mediums. I did see you could get these on Amazon, though the ones that I saw were for small. But I believe the medium is the size that we need to get for the FL5. The other thing I got is the ZL1 Rock Guards. This is the same brand that I had on the FK8, which I really liked. They fit perfectly. I know there's a bunch of different brands out there that do rock guards for the FL5, but they all have different designs, different qualities, and different price points. So these are the fronts. One of the things I like about ZL1 is they also bring just good quality pieces. They give you all the hardware that you need to install it. Looks like they provide 2 additional clips, have the instructions. So here are what they look like for the fronts. So they do have different versions. They have one where it's completely blocked off. They have one which is 80% pass-through, and there's another option, I can't remember, but it has a different percentage of airflow to go through. I did choose the 80 because I still wanted some rock protection, but I still wanted that airflow functionality on the side vents. So here is the front. This looks like to be the back, but this is going to be covered up. The cool thing with this is that this honeycomb pattern does match the interior honeycomb pattern on the vents, so I think that's a cool detail. But the cuts are clean. Yeah, this is pretty much all I wanted. Pretty much just simple, clean, minimal, and full protection. All right, looks like for the rears, they have their own set of instructions. They provide already pre-applied 3M tape. All right, let's go ahead and start with the rear installation first. So you can see there is this black piece, which I think also helps with rock protection getting kicked up. But with the ZL1 Rock Guards, this does line up and reuses all initial screws, but you can see it just lines up perfectly to fill that gap. Now, I have seen some that come up only up to the second screw, and then it still leaves this white unprotected. So again, this is something that I just wanted. It also doesn't extend too far like a mud flap, so it's still pretty clean. All right, first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and clean up the area. So this does reuse the 3 screws here. We'll go ahead and remove that. Shout out to my Korea Island for this. I picked this up back when I was in Mississippi. Now what we'll do is partially peel it, not completely, because we still want to line up the other screws behind this. These are looking pretty good. I like how that's fitting. We can peel the rest of this off and stick it in. Everything's tight. So it uses the OEM screws. Now it's full coverage all the way around. And then as far as how much it pokes out, not too much further than the actual tire, so that's perfect. And it doesn't hang down too low. Looks good. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now for the front, it does look like it's just 3 screws, this one, this one, this one, and then a clip. Alright, pretty much destroyed that clip. I'll try not to do that on the next one. That's how important it is to have the right tools. Alright, both sides are done. Couple tips. Have the right tool to pull those push pins out, the OEM push pins. Or just break both of them like I did. If I ever want to take them off and go back to stock, all I gotta do is just buy the new clips, which is fine. But that would be tip number 1. Tip number 2, it might be easier to remove the rear wheels if you want to install the rear flaps. But I was able to do it without taking the wheels off. And then tip 3, just turn the wheel and get better access to the screws. But yeah, let's take a look. So it hardly pokes out, which I like. I do want to stay away from the mud flap look, And it gives a little bit, maybe a little bit of that vibe. Not too bad. It's still pretty stealthy from different angles, especially the front. Front, you can see the vent a little bit, but it's all good. I like that it offers protection from giant rocks being flung to the side. From this angle, it completely blocks the tire for now until I get new wheels or spacers. And then over here, I like how that it's just all uniform and it just blocks this entire thing. So if I end up changing my mind, I could always change it out or take it off. We'll see. But here in Washington, the rain and the dampness, especially during the fall-winter season, definitely going to be needed. And then for the summer, just picking up the little rocks and dust, protection from that's going to be good. Now let's get these installed. All right, let's go ahead and wipe this area out. Make sure that's clean. Get a good stick. Each pack does come with two, so you do got to order two separate packages. It looks like there's a top protective cover and then a back, obviously, to stick it on there. Made that more difficult than it needed to be. Let's see if we have better luck on the second one. Alright, so I got both of them on. With my OCD, I really wanted it to be centered, and for the most part it is. I do like how it looks with the carbon fiber look. Then you also get the Mugen emblem. Kind of adds to the black and white kind of theming of the car. I like it. We'll see. We'll see how it grows on me, or it doesn't grow on me. The main issue I have is I'm not a huge fan of black colored door handles on colored cars. For example, I've seen some other cars that have black covers or carbon fiber covers over that door handles of a colored car, and for me it doesn't look quite right for me. In this case, it still maintains like the white clean look, but then you just kind of have the little details with the Mugen inserts. So we'll see how long it lasts and how long I like it, but we do have that exterior protection now. One thing I wanted to add is when I do go to put my hand in, my fingernails do hit this, which is crazy because I've never really felt or noticed it before. So definitely know it's working, especially just because I don't know if you can hear that, but when I just go to reach it normally, I just feel that scratchiness, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. It just lets me know that it's doing its job protecting me. Dude, the fuck? Right here. Okay, okay.
That's bad.
Oh yeah, both of our cars had to go to the body shop.
Yep.
Fuck.
All right, let's check out Paul's. Oh, yep.
Dude.
Well, we're going through it together. We're driving together, and for whatever reason, it looked like a sway bar or something that fell from someone's car and just hit a car in front of me. It hit my car, and ultimately hitting Paul's car. It sucks, but we weren't hurt. We're all safe, and you know, we're not going through it alone. We suffer together. I know I got the full front end PPF'd, but PPF is not gonna help that. Thankfully, it doesn't look too bad. I'm a guy that we can get this patched up. Obviously, I still need to look underneath the car because I did pretty much run over it, but the sides of the car look fine. Looks like it's just the bumper, and yeah. But you know, at the same time, kind of looking at it, and then we see the FK, the past, the X, the current.
Brother.